What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is Bitcoin Benito, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So it's been a really long time since I made one of these videos, and I've been really busy. I have two jobs now, actually, although one of them is temporary, is about to end. But I have two jobs right now, and I don't have time to be making these videos. But Bitcoin has been exploding so much, so fervently, so nonstop, so explosively that I had to come here and say it. In fact, Bitcoin has risen from about $100,000 to about $123,000 just in the past week or two. People are finally starting to realize, and by people, I mean institutional investors. Like even the institutional investors that didn't care about it, they're starting to realize that crypto is here to stay. The regular people, the normies, like your friends and family, they still don't hear about it. And predictably, what's going to happen is that they're going to say, oh, it's too expensive. I didn't have time to get into it. And then when the price finally hits $250,000, then they're going to say, oh, well, that's rich people's problem. I never had the opportunity to do it, even though they had the opportunity to get into it right now. OK, for example, they could have gotten other cryptocurrencies, like I always talk about, like Onyx coin or Swift coin or Clearpool. That's very, very cheap. And they have the potential to grow 10x from here, 20x from here. Meanwhile, Ethereum and Bitcoin still has the chance to grow, maybe 2 to 3x from here, right? So they have the ability to become powerful and good, but they make excuses to not actually get into these coins. So, anyways, I have a presentation for you guys explaining how Bitcoin has risen and where it's going to go in the future. Ooh, sexy. Okay, so here we have it. Bitcoin hits a new record high above $123,000. Bitcoin hit a new record high above $123,000, like I just said, driven by the massive Bitcoin ETF inflows and the start of the crypto week in the U.S. Congress, okay? According to CNBC Al Jazeera. Here are the 5 bullet points about why crypto prices have exploded. Yes, so they're passing many crypto laws, the Genius Act, I think it's called, and then Bitcoin ETFs have been entering the ether for the past about 12 months. And also Ethereum ETFs are coming through and Solana ETFs are coming through. ETF, in case you didn't know what it means. Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to pause the video for 1 second to tell you about my new course, Crypto Confident, okay? Where I make about 300% every 90 days. Now, is this guaranteed to happen? I'm not necessarily a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but this is very, very likely to happen. And I'm going to show you the exact way to do this step by step. I have 5 hours worth of video where I go through the entire process. And you don't even have to watch the whole 5 hours, okay? But I quickly show you how you could make as much money as me. And I also show you how you can avoid scams like Sam Bankman-Fried. Look at the website right here. It's very elegant, very quick, very easy to understand. And I show you step by step how to not lose your money. I show you when to buy and exactly when to sell. Okay. And it's very, very easy throughout the entire process. You need to get into this as quickly as possible. It's 2025 now. You have a very limited amount of time to make all this money. So just go to bitcoinbenito.com right now, bitcoinbenito.com right now. Put in your email so you can get as rich as me. Okay. Let's get this money. It means that it stands for exchange traded funds. Okay. So it's a group of stock prices or bonds are grouped together, usually in one specific category, and then you can put your money into it, and then the entire category goes up and down based on the underlying market. So if you have one stock, like the BTC stock, it could hold MicroStrategy, which is a company heavily based on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. This BTC ETF can also hold Robinhood. It could also hold Coinbase, and it can also hold parts of Bitcoin itself. Okay, so it collects 5 of those assets, I guess, and then it trades, and then you pay for one stock market or one ETF, and it trades that as it goes up. And because we're going through a Bitcoin bull market, it's very, very intelligent to get into this Bitcoin ETF right now, because as you can see, the price is going higher now. And funny enough, it's actually better to just buy the Bitcoin yourself, but it's kind of complicated for people to do that. So then they just decide to get these Bitcoin ETFs and the Ethereum ETFs. Next, we have why crypto prices have exploded. Like I said before, the Bitcoin or the ETF money printer goes not per. It's not a pussycat. Bitcoin ETFs had their biggest day of inflows in 2025 at $1.18 billion. Okay. Bitcoin hits a new record high of $120,000, like I said, proving that Wall Street suits finally figured out how to buy the magic internet money without having to download a sketchy app from their nephew. Yes. So Bitcoin and cryptocurrency used to be this scary young person thing that was used for crime and illegal activities. But now we know that it's legitimate. Bitcoin has officially been out now for over 15 years. Bitcoin is officially a teenager. Next year, Bitcoin is going to have the right to consent. Ooh, creepy. But that's true. That's how old it is. Okay. So Bitcoin has been around for a long time. It has been legitimized now because institutional investors are investing into it. There's ETFs of different coins, and every single person, here's the most important part. Bitcoin has grown 1,000,000% in the past 12 years. Okay. It has grown 1,000,000% in the past 12 years. There's no other asset commodity that has done that in the past 12 years. None. Nothing even comes close. Maybe you can think of Nvidia that's gone up by like maybe 400,000%, 300,000%, maybe. But Bitcoin is the number one thing that has grown over 1,000,000% in the past 12 years. It's insane. Next, we have the Congress bills. Okay. Congress actually did something. Congress was actually useful, finally. U.S. lawmakers started Crypto Week and apparently didn't immediately ban everything. The Republican administration is more crypto-friendly than the Democrat administration, the one that just left, Biden and all of them. And they would have been better suited for crypto than Kamala Harris would have been. Okay? So this is causing crypto bros everywhere to emerge from their parents' basements, blinking into the sunlight like confused moles. Yes. So these jokes are never going to end. I don't care what you say. They're still going to call us geeks that's hiding under our mama's basement, but we're the ones that's coming out, and we're the ones that's rich. We're the ones with muscles now. Okay, so we're not normally geeks anymore. We're smart. We're intelligent. We use our money and our intelligence to therefore become cool and sexy and hip. So all these nerd jokes, I mean, they're still funny, but they're not going to be funny for long. Damn it. Also, FOMO is breaking out. When it comes to investments and stocks and bonds and stuff like that, the stock market, the commodity market, the asset market like this is very emotionally based. Okay. So people are very greedy right now, right? 68% of people are greedy. That's what the greed and fear index is showing right now. 68 out of 100 are greedy into cryptocurrency. And that's because other people are greedy into cryptocurrency. And this is good. It's not like 90%. So there's still chance for it to grow. There's still chance for it to make you money. That's why you need to invest into cryptos right now. And this means, which in crypto terms means everyone suddenly remembered that they could have bought a Lamborghini if they listened to that weird guy at the office party in 2017 that told you to get into crypto. Yes. Funny enough, I initially got into crypto in 2017 and I was talking to it to my coworkers. But they actually listened to me because I wasn't that weird of a guy. In fact, I had more social skills than them. I work at a software development place in 2017. So they actually listened to me. And then crypto crashed in 2018 and everyone, including myself, was like, oh, crypto's a scam. And then crypto shot up again in 2021. And ever since 2021, I would say ever since 2020 when I created this channel, thank you very much. Ever since 2020, I heavily got into crypto again. I studied it like crazy in 2017 and then it crashed and I was like, okay, maybe I didn't really study that well. And then I slowly studied it again in 2019 and then I went gung-ho into it in 2020. But I didn't have that much money. I had a lot of bills to pay. I had a lot of taxes to pay in 2020. Now I've been investing heavily into it now. And now I'm going to become a millionaire by, let's say, hopefully 9 months from now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, so institutional YOLO. Okay, so big companies like MicroStrategy, like I said, keep buying Bitcoin like it's going out of style. In fact, MicroStrategy now owns 610,000 Bitcoins. They own more Bitcoin than anyone else. Michael Saylor, the creator of MicroStrategy, is going to become the richest person in the entire world in the next 5 years. I guarantee this. In the next 5 years, he will become the richest person, him and his company will become the richest person in the entire world. More than Bill Gates, more than Elon Musk, more than Jeff Bezos and his big booty new wife. Keep buying Bitcoin like it's going out of style. Basically playing the world's most expensive game of hold my bear, okay? With shareholders' money. But the thing is, they're actually good with the shareholders' money because they're making money with the shareholders' money. Okay. So the important part about Bitcoin is that it has a 4-year itch. Okay. It goes through 4-year cycles. I've been saying this forever. At the end of 2025, this is going to be the end of the 4-year cycle, and therefore it's going to reach its peak at the end of 2025. Therefore, you still have about 6 more months to get into crypto. Right now, it's still not late to get into crypto. Experts believe that crypto market is entering a new growth cycle, okay? Potentially peaking between 2024 and 2025. It's actually 2025 and 2026. That's wrong. Aligning with the historical 4-year market cycle, okay? Because apparently Bitcoin runs on the same schedule as the Olympics and the presidential election. Yes, it actually does. Satoshi Nakamoto purposefully tried to make it run into 4-year cycles because big changes, semi-big changes, but not huge, like 20-year changes, not generational changes, but, intra-generational changes happen every 4 years, like the Olympics, like the most presidential elections happen every 4 years. Like every major milestone of a person's life happens every 4 years. The first 4 years is toddlerism and infantism. That's a word. Then from 4 to 8, you are pretty much a kid. The actual definition of a child, kid, for real. Then from 8 to 12, you are a preteen, and you start going through the beginnings of puberty. So especially at that end of that cycle, you're very confused. You're very filled with hormones. Then from 12 to 16, this is your tumultuous years. This is when your brain fills with hormones and craziness. This is when you finally, at the end of the 4 years, like around 16, your brain slowly starts to become your permanent version. Is at the early stages of your permanent version. And then from 16 to 20, this is when you have adulthood, okay? This is when you're responsible for things. This is when, if you commit a crime, you're going to jail 4 years or tried as an adult, okay? A lot of people that commit heinous crimes like massive shootings when they're 16, they get tried as an adult, okay? So you treat it as adult. So just say 16 to 20 is an adult, okay? So because this is how 4-year cycles are. And therefore, 2025 is going to be the next major 4-year cycle. And I'm telling you this because I thank you, I love you, I appreciate you. Let's get this money, baby.